everyone! We are able to access this little training area, which means we can finally get used to the brand new Squid Roll and Surge movement options. I'm going to break down everything about them, how to use them, and advanced variations. So subscribe if it helps you, and let's get right into it. First off, these movement options provide a bit of intangibility, as you can see with this glow that happens on your little squid here. Now, this applies to both the Squid Roll and Surge. However, if you use the attacking version, where you use your main weapon, or your sub-weapon, that glow will go away as soon as you throw or shoot either of those. I won't spend too long on the invincibility, but it works basically the same as armor. Anything over 30 will break it, anything over 100 will do piercing damage to your health, up to 80 being the cap, meaning you will always be able to live a one-shot, but you will be low. That's the basics, so let's get into the actual techniques. First up is the Squid Surge, which can be done by holding B, and allows you to slide along this wall as you have minor control over your character. If you let go of the button, you'll surge over the ledge. Now, you can also cancel this in one of two ways. One, you can just go on the floor and swim back normally, or two, if you climb the wall without letting go of the B button, you'll actually just pop up normally, which can be good for a fake out if your opponents suspect you're going to surge into the sky. Now, to combine this with shooting, simply shoot at the peak of your jump. As for the sub-weapon, just use the sub-weapon button. There's two more important factors to Squid Surge. First off, if you actually charge one, even if you're on the bottom of a really tall wall, you'll just automatically go straight to the top of it, which could be nice. You can also just cancel the Squid Roll by holding down, so you don't go all the way up the wall. You can also partial charge a Squid Surge and then go up the wall with it, though the timing here is very tricky. It's useful because you pop up with iframes, but don't go as high in the air so you're not as punishable. So it does make it worth it if you practice. Next up is the Squid Roll, a sideways movement option, which can be done by flicking your control stick in either the opposite direction or to one of the sides. In general, you want to do about a 90-degree angle from where you're normally swimming, as if you try to do it forward, you'll just kind of flop to the side or flop diagonally. Once you get used to that, you can try chaining it back and forth and even combining it with other directions as long as it follows that 90-degree rule, though the timing can get a bit tight, especially as you repeat it over and over. It's also worth noting if you use this to go to a higher elevation, you won't be able to chain it, because you'll lose momentum as you travel through the air, and then you won't have enough speed to use another one. It's worth noting after a Squid Roll, you can jump to keep most of your momentum, and you can also combine this with shooting. Next up, attacking out of it. Just combine your normal Squid Roll option with shooting immediately at the same time, or if you want to bomb, use your sub-weapon button. Keep in mind you can combine these together like you can with a normal Squid Roll chain because you'll lose the momentum, but if you are rolling back and forth, you can cancel one of them into either shooting or using the sub-weapon button. So you can cancel it at the end, though keep in mind, once you commit to either of those actions, you're not rolling around anymore, you'll need to get momentum and start again. One thing you'll notice from either of these variations is they have a very predictable landing point. This can be influenced. If you flick your control stick back after squid rolling again, you can even do one in place, or alter just how far you go to the side, which can be useful for mixing it up. Last step for the basics is squid rolling on walls. Now, squid rolling backward off the wall is really easy, you just press backward and B, and you don't even really need that much momentum to do it. However, what gets really cool is combining it with a squid roll onto the wall. And one other thing I'd like to add about this detail is you have about double the iframes if you squid roll off a wall than you do on the floor. So it's really useful for evading attacks here if, say, you're getting shot. You can squid roll onto the wall, squid roll again, and then pop out to shoot. And yes, as with the normal squid roll, you can also combine this with shooting or the sub-weapon button. And yes, you can wall jump during your Squid Surge to cancel it at any point during your travel. Alright, remember how I said you couldn't squid roll forward? Well, I kinda lied here. It's just really hard. Basically, what you're trying to do, as you can see from Nine's hand cam, is you're flicking your control stick to the left and then forward quickly. Though keep in mind, the timing is extremely strict. Even for someone like me, who's been a pro at the game for a long time, I have not quite gotten this down yet, and I still often mess it up because I do it too slow, which, as you can see here, will just result in a jump forward. When you do get it though, it's a really useful approach option, and this can also be chained with the other options such as jumping backward off a wall. If that's not hard enough for you, you can do it while shooting and throwing bombs. Alright though, the last advanced technique is a bit simpler, it just takes getting used to, and it can help you if this forward movement option is too tricky for you, which is sub-strafing mixed in with squid rolls. Now, if you don't know in this game, turning around seems to have a very slow delay. If you let go of squid form, this can get a little bit faster, but it's still a bit laggy. This is where sub-strafing comes in. Simply hold down the sub-weapon button and keep it held even in squid form, then just let go and repress squid form and change whatever direction you want. This is sub-strafing. And not only does it let you turn very fast, it also gives you momentum instantly, which is very useful for squid roll. By abusing this momentum, we can basically squid roll any direction we want, even from a standstill. Just by sub-strafing to the left, we can go right, to the right, we can go left, back, we can go forward, and forward, we can go back. You can even chain this into other squid rolls immediately, so this is a good way to start your chain. As you can see here, incredibly useful. Finally, yes, you can combine this with both a sub-weapon and with shooting. That's about everything. I would recommend starting with the beginner parts of this video and things like sub-strafing and squid rolling before combining the two, as that'll be really tricky to input if you're not familiar with the actions themselves. That being said, that's everything. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you guys on Saturday.